happy Earth Day. Today we are talking about riparian buffers, and it's raining pretty heavily where I'm at. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see the rain coming down. So I'm kind of taking a little bit of shelter under this big tree here. But we're going to talk about riparian buffers. So that word riparian, that's kind of hard to say, and it's just this big long word. But basically what it means is it's an area near water. So if you've ever gone fishing or taken a hike kind of by a river or a lake or a wetland, you'll notice that the plants are kind of different there. It's a little bit different of an ecosystem. So we call that a riparian zone. Area by water. And so what we're going to do for our Earth Day improvement today is talk about riparian buffers. So we know riparian means near water, and then we have that buffer. So why do we need a riparian buffer? Well, I'm going to ask you, what lives in the water? So we have salmon that live in the water. We have different toads, frogs, turtles, birds rely on wetlands pretty heavily. All of these really cool creatures that need areas near water. And what can happen is that we can take all of the plants out of those areas, and that'll change the quality of that water, especially for salmon. It can make the water too hot if there aren't any trees to shade it. It can put a lot of sediment in the water, which can come in and it can cover up a red, and it can make it so those fish don't survive, those little baby fish don't hatch. We put riparian buffers in to help us prevent pollution from getting into a stream. It keeps it nice and shady, cools that water down. It keeps our fish happy, and it makes it so there's not very much pollution in the water. The best way to demonstrate what a riparian buffer is, because it's planting a bunch of trees and restoring a habitat along a river, making it good for animals to live in. The best way to show you is to show you some pictures. This is a picture of a riparian buffer that the Snohomish Conservation District put in. So in the middle you can see a little stream going through, and then along the sides there are all of those little kind of blue cone looking objects. In the middle of those there are plants. It might be kind of hard to see because they're just little baby plants. And we put those in to help us restore that ecosystem. So a long, long time ago, there would have been trees all over the place around there. And now you can see there aren't any. So it's really easy for pollution to get into that water. And the water is probably too hot. Salmon really like cold water. That's what they need to survive. So when we put in a riparian buffer, we're restoring that habitat and making it good for animals again, especially our salmon. This is another picture of a different riparian buffer, and we can see those little kind of blue cone shapes go along the road here, and then if you look in the distance, you can see they follow that river. So we're restoring that habitat along the water, so a riparian buffer. So here we are back on my uncle's ranch. We can see the river going through here, and I put a riparian buffer on the other side of the river to help shade that ecosystem and make it good for salmon. So I have some trees up there, and then I tried to put in some little ferns down below as well. Just wanted to say thank you guys for joining us on Earth Day. I hope you learned about riparian buffers today. We have 2 more videos, so tomorrow we'll talk about a different improvement, and then on Friday I'll show you how to turn in your Earth Day projects. And I just want to remind you, we put this up on the website, but if you submit an Earth Day project and you're submitting it early, just make sure that you fill out that permission form. Even if you're not in the picture, we just want to have it. All right, so thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.